What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Many of you guys have heard of the Ish and Gigs podcast. Ish and Gigs podcast are brothers that are from the UK, and they pretty much react to funny comments from their audience and what people send in and things like that. It's really not my cup of tea. They have a very versatile fan base. A lot of whites like them, a lot of blacks like them. They sell out everywhere they go. And, they have like a jolly personality. They're laughing at everything and whatever the case. And, they really blew up during COVID. And again, it's not really my cup of tea, but I can see why people like them. Now, as a content creator, I've dedicated my career personally to being in what is known as Black YouTube, okay? I'm going to just basically say this. I had a conversation with the great Alpha Male Strategist one day, and he was talking about me. He said, one of the criticisms I have of you, O'Shea, is that your content is too centered on the community, and black men. I think your content would be better served if it was, in general, you get a bigger, wider audience. But I said, I don't want a wider audience. I want to deal with these Negroes. This is what I want to do. I'm not motivated to talk about nothing else. And because of that and that choice, it's been good and it's been bad. I've only worked in the black sector, and have I cost myself a larger opportunity to grow? Sure. But at the same time, when you have an audience that is so widespread and you're looking to grow, you're gonna go to platforms that's not gonna respect your blackness. And when you look at these guys, the Ish and Gigs podcast, we can tell they're not very pro-black guys. Okay, they can't be, because their audience wouldn't be so big. So they ended up going to the Andrew Schulz podcast, which somebody like me, he would never invite me. I would never go. But this controversial thing happened, and let's play the clip.
What is the black girlfriend effect?
You might not know about this.
Glow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got buzz cut, clean shape up.
Glows up, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends, they
grow a beard because there's
up.
more cushion when they get slapped the out. That's hilarious. I think the black girlfriend effect. It might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Protective.
Yeah. Do you guys? Have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
Who gets
That is white.
Hey, let me get the U.S. translation.
Kendrick fans?
We love them all.
That's royal English for
So as you can hear, basically what's happening is Andrew Schulz was talking about black women. I don't know if he's ever been with a black woman before. These guys are laughing at it. And, basically people being with a black woman are stressed out. In other words, when you're dealing with a sister, they're always problematic. Now, let me just say this. You have some black men out there who would agree to that to a certain degree, whether they love black women or not. But if you were to think that, that's something that you keep to yourself, okay? If that's how you would feel, you would never laugh at that in front of another person who is non-black. You would never let them get away with that. But these guys are from the UK, right? And I'm not trying to hate on the UK, because we got a lot of brothers out there in the UK that's with a lot of the pro-black way of thought and will check somebody, right? I can't say that's not everybody, but again, the kind of audience that these guys have, they're just trying to expand their growth and grow with different people who might not necessarily be black. So that's not offensive to them. They're laughing at it. They didn't know that black women were going to be so pissed at that comment. So then the guys came back with this apology.
So if you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. But we just wanted to address something that's happening at the minute. This past weekend, there's been a couple of clips going around from when we did a session on the Flagrant podcast while we were on our US tour. And there were a few jokes made that were incredibly inappropriate. One specifically pertaining to black women. And in the clip, Andrew was making a joke. I'm not even going to get into specifics. Making a frankly racist joke. And we were laughing at it. And to give, there's first of all, before we get into specifics or anything like that, obviously there's just literally no excuse. There is no excuse.
Agreed.
And fight or flight is a real thing. Like it is, yeah. Fight or flight is a real thing, and it's so not easy to say, but when you're in those situations, you look at it through a lens of like, bro, if it was me, I promise you I'll stand up, I'll kick them cameras down, I would smack homeboy in the face, I would say this, I would do that. But when you're in there, you're in shock.
You're in shock, and all you want to do is move on.
Yeah, bro, move on is the word, bro. All you want to do is move on. Just move on to the next thing. Just move on to the next thing.
There's
and
so
like
many
we had
times.
to say a few times, bro, just move on.
Just move
on.
So many different topics. We were like, move on. And
yeah.
it's not even like about pity laughs or anything, but we just wanted to
get out of that situation.
Literally get out of that situation, keep the ball rolling. And we thought it was going to be more of like a bros chat, but it ended up being something that's
ended up being something that's like really, really hurt people that look to us for support and look to us to feel protected. And protected is the main thing that I wanted to discuss, is that it is our duty to protect you guys.
Facts.
And it is definitely not cool to be in that situation. And again, not be the ones to stand up and kick the cameras down. And we f***ed it on that occasion.
We did.
It's not going to happen again. And it's about being human. It's about realizing that you don't know what you're prepared for. You don't know how to prepare for something
you don't know
that you don't know what's
yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
And once it's happened one time, you're like, all right.
You learn from your mistakes, and that's literally
You
learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, we it and we're
obviously that apology is there. They're acting like, oh, we just wanted to get away. You know, if it was anything else, you know, we would have slapped the person until you're in that moment. No, this is a lie, because they didn't have a problem with it. If the women wouldn't have a problem with it, they wouldn't have a problem with it. But another lady, I don't know if she's Asian or whatever, but she made a good point.
I'm on a white man hypocrisy tour right now, but I promise it's not intentional. I just have something to say about Andrew Schulz. Andrew Schulz, from what I recall, has never been with a black woman. He didn't grow up in a black area. He is married to a lily white woman right now today. So how can one speak about an experience that you've never experienced? So my theory for the longest time was that he wasn't coming up with these disparaging comments about black women on his own. He could never conceptualize this hairline joke, because in the white community, hairlines, going bald is not as big of a thing as it is for black men. And my suspicions were confirmed because there is a clip from 4 years ago on Flagrant 2 where he is sitting down with two guests who are black men. History repeats itself. In that video, they're poking fun at Alex Media. Alex Media is a black man in Andrew's camp. And, well, what do I say about him? His whole thing is, I'm not full black. My mom is Puerto Rican. And what blows me is his mom is black. She's a black woman. She just speaks Spanish. So he's literally the embodiment of that Godfrey meme. But I digress. The joke that follows Alex Media everywhere is that he likes white women. And the rest of the crew is joking, saying, wow, I can't believe you would waste such a great hairline on white women. The black man next to Andrew Schulz, who is actually married to a black woman, says, black women will steal your hairline. You can literally see the light go off in Andrew's head. And then he takes that little bit and he runs with it. I knew it. There was no way a white man could conceptualize that joke unless he was leeching off a self-hating black man. And so history, like I said, repeats itself. Shits and gigs goes on Flagrant 2. He makes the same joke. I also want to add that I'm not blaming anyone heavily in this video other than Andrew Schulz. I do, however, want to make clear that the men on the couch should be held accountable, because in no universe should you be...
And I think she's right. She's saying, listen, these guys, Andrew, he don't know anything about black women or what it is to be with a black woman. Why is he even speaking on such a thing when he don't even, like I said, talk about that? How did he know that? And I just want to talk about this, and I've seen this so much on YouTube. You know, a lot of us come from the black community, and when we come on to the YouTube space, brothers and sisters alike can try to grow and take their content someplace else. And what you find out is when you go to some of these platforms, they don't respect your blackness because you're trying to get into their space. And this is how blacks get disrespected completely. It don't matter if you have money or not. I mean, hey, you want to get a bigger audience, that's cool. You want to have a bigger audience, that's cool. But hey, it's enough growth you can have in the black sector. And shout out to Auburn Preach. You know, they're black and they're Canadian, but they would have never let that roll. Bro, I think Preach is married to a white lady. And I want to tell the blacks, we are so eager to grow at the expense of our own community that we're willing to accept trash sometimes for people who don't respect us. Andrew Schulz, no black person should go there. I don't care what he says about other groups. To say that, no, okay? I can't accept that. And this is what I keep trying to tell the black people out there. We have so many opportunities within our own community. We don't really need anybody else, family. We just don't. I mean, like, I've been on YouTube, albeit I'm not as big as those guys, but hey, O'Shea, Duke, Jackson, I work hard. I'm in the black sector. I'm weaving and I'm sailing up. I don't have to really worry about nothing. My people take care of me. My people take care of me. I'm good. I ain't got a booty clap for her. Andrew Schulz, I don't have to clap it up for the alt-lice. I don't have to clap it up for Groypers or for the liberal white left. I can be myself. And I love y'all for dealing with my crazy ass for damn near a decade. Thank you for allowing me to create stupid memes like Clap State University, Clap House, for some of you brothers out there on the other side, you know, Clap Gate. Like, I can be a Negro, and I love that. And I don't want to stop. I love being part Pookie. I love it. I don't want to stop. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't want to be on these other people's stuff. I want to stay in Negro tube where I'm happy. I'm happy over here with the gunshot wounds and victims on Black YouTube. I love it. If I'm gonna grow over here with my community. I don't want to grow nowhere else, because that means I have to basically booty clap it up to go to someplace. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like Fresh and Funky, booty clapping for Zaddy and then get mad when Zaddy don't want your ass. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.